Jones, raw and uncut.
Yo, 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 yo. What up? What it do, YouTube? Yep, that's right. It's your boy. It's that boy, Lamont, that way Jones, back in the building. Yep, you heard it right. It's that boy they call Lamont. That way Jones, back in the building. And with that being said, my good people, I just wanted to thank everybody who decided to stop and rock with that boy, Lamont, that way, Jones, this way, you dig? And with that being said, my good people, topic of discussion is, once again, the Queen of Coons, or should I say, the colored Queen of the Coons. You dig? Who goes by the name of no other than Candice Owens. And the reason I keep putting Coon in her name is because I see how much she just hates to be called that. You dig what I'm saying, my people? So I feel like if you're going to continue to do things that people of your own kind hates, guess what? That's what you should expect, for them to do things that you hate. You dig? Anyway, my good people, when it comes to Candice Owens, the Queen of Coons, or as in the legendary words, or should I say the words of the legendary GBOG Willie D would say, the coconut jigaboo, if you will, okay? Now, with that being said, my people, now, I ran across a very, interesting channel, and he's a white guy, and when I say this, he is what I would call a very upstanding American citizen that definitely has earned my respect. You dig what I'm saying? Who goes by the name of Jesse Dollemore. You dig? And let me tell you guys something. This guy, like I said, which is a white guy, oh man, let me tell you, he really went in on Candice, the coconut jigaboo queen or princess or whatever you would like to call her, really, really bad. And I loved, and just let me tell you, my good people, I loved every damn minute of it. You dig what I'm saying? To the point to where I subscribed to Mr. Jesse Dollemore's channel. Oh, I had to. And with that being said, my good people, I'm about to let you guys hear what he said. Okay? With that being said, while I'm, letting you guys check out how he pretty much gave her a huge reality check, you dig what I'm saying? I'm going to help him as we decide to, or as I decide to go along, with Mr. Dollemore as he proceeds to flame her ass. You dig what I'm saying, my good people? Now, with that being said, Mrs. Candice Owens, before I decide to go along and give my opinions and thoughts and theories on all this idiotic, shit that you called yourself saying, since you, want to do the work, of white supremacists, You dig what I'm saying? Whenever it comes to giving your ass a real reality check. Because I'm just here to tell you, Mrs. Candice Owens, guess what? This is what the upstanding white citizens of America, or should I say, this is what the upstanding non-racial white citizens of America who's never discriminated think about your black ass. Okay? You dig what I'm saying? And with that being said, my people, welcome to the Lamont Jones show. You dig? And with that being said, my good people, check this out as I help Mr. Dollemore throw Hayukin Ryu Street Fighter flames at this, coconut jigaboo princess they call Candice Owens. You dig?
Candice Owens is someone, she is a black conservative, a grifter, who has dedicated her time in the spotlight to propping up and legitimizing that system of white supremacy. Some have called her a white supremacist, a black white supremacist. Not far off the mark if you look at the definition of white supremacist, which, according to Merriam-Webster, a person who believes that the white race is inherently superior to other races and that white people should have control over people or other races. And we're going to get into this post that she put up yesterday entitled, "Confession. I do not support George Floyd, and I refuse to see him as a martyr, but I hope his family receives justice." Well, thanks, Candy. We appreciate it. I'm sure his family does too. And I'm gonna argue my point that she is indeed a white supremacist based on her own words.
Now, with that being said, my good people, let me mind you, this is an American white man, or should I say, in my book, this is an upstanding American citizen white man who I am definitely behind and who I can definitely respect as one of my fellow white brothers from another mother. You dig what I'm saying? And I don't care who says what about this. That's just how I feel about this guy, because, when it comes to these type of white people, you cannot do nothing but embrace them if you are a person of color, you dig? Because we got so many Sambos and coconut jigaboos out here nowadays. It's just effing ridiculous. Just like that same damn Sambo supervisor, who came to aid of the officers, right after they decided to gun another, black man down for being intoxicated, who goes by the name of Rayshard Brooks, I'm sure, as a lot of you already know. Anyway, this damn Sambo-ass supervisor, who was a black man, he came there and he was like, well, my main concern is that you're okay. When the white cop was clearly trying to explain to him or trying to tell him or give him his side of how he really felt about what happened. It's like the cop was more concerned about Rayshard Brooks than his own damn supervisor was, who was a black man. And if you guys would like to check out this video footage, if you are familiar with Willie D Live, with the Willie D Live channel on YouTube, all you got to do is go to the Willie D Live channel on YouTube and watch how this guy actually, really didn't even show any concern for another, person of color losing their lives. You dig what I'm saying? And then, the GBOG said, he's got to be like one of the most despicable lowlives that I've ever seen. And if you would understand more, you guys, once you decide to go and check out this video. You dig what I'm saying, my people? Anyway, my good people, with that being said, back to the flames, the Ryukin flames that Mr. Dollemore continue to throw at Candice Owens as he proceeded to continue to give this coconut jigaboo, as the OG Willie D would say, a huge reality check. You dig? As she continues to embarrass herself as a person of color and just completely makes herself look like a damn fool, if you will. You dig?
Shelby Steele said that the Black community is unique from other communities. Our culture is unique from other communities because we are the only community that caters to the bottom denominator of our society. Now, let me explain what that means. It means to say that not every Black American is a criminal, not every Black American is committing crimes, but we are unique in that we are the only people that fight and scream and demand support and justice for the people in our community that are up to no good. You would be hard pressed to find, a Jewish person who has spent 5 stints in prison, who commits a crime and dies while committing a crime, and that the Jewish people champion and demand justice for. You will be hard pressed to find this in white America. You'll be hard pressed to find this even in Latino America.
Wow. You'd be hard-pressed to even find it in Latino America because, the criminality that just naturally exists within the Latino community. Even there, you'd be hard-pressed to find it. Ugh. Racist trash.
Now, my good people, with that being said, you heard what this white man said, which I, like I said, view as a respectable, upstanding citizen of America who has all the respect in the world from a guy like me. You dig what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, my good people, you have to just stop and ask yourself. I can almost guarantee he does, because he was very surprised when he heard these bullshit remarks from Mrs. Candice Owens, okay? He was telling some people in a press conference how shocked and appalled that he was to hear her say these things after these people went to bat for her. And this guy who I'm talking about, he happens to be the president of the NAACP. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. He happens to be the president of the NAACP, because don't forget, when she was discriminated against, guess who she ran whining and crying to like a big-ass baby? The NAACP, and they actually helped this damn two-faced, backstabbing, or should I say, when it comes to just damn two-timing person who has the nerve to call herself a damn person of color, if you will. You understand what I'm saying? Oh yeah, he was shocked, which also, leads me to believe, well, no, I take that back. Not believe, that lets me know if she's ever discriminated against again, and she will be, because guess what? When these white supremacists who's paying her to throw her own kind up under the bus, all for that little bag, guess what? When they are done with her ass, they're gonna throw her ass away like you would throw a piece of paper away when you was in school, when you balled it up and throw it in the trash. They're gonna throw her ass away like trash. And when they do, no person of color or any type of organization of color, especially the NAACP, is going to side with her or come to her aid. You dig what I'm saying? Think about what I'm saying, my good people. Anyway, let me continue to help this upstanding white American citizen continue to throw Ryukin flames at her ass as he continues to give this coconut jigaboo princess a damn reality check. You dig?
And for you to say that, people in the Jewish community, if someone had committed a crime and then was killed, they wouldn't be propping that person up? How do you know? Are you some kind of a psychic? Do you know that George Floyd committed a crime prior to his murder by police? Because it seems if you're an American and you have an understanding of the Constitution, you would know that we have the presumption of innocence. You don't know. Now, clearly, there was a call made. There was a charge made that he may have committed a crime. But cops aren't the arbiters of justice. They are not the judge and the jury. They're merely the mechanism by which we arrest and charge accused criminals. And that is where we start with her white supremacist attitude. Already charging that we in the black community love to prop up our criminals, the lowest common denominator, as heroes. That's not at all what is being done here.
Now, my people, with that being said, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to continue to say this and remind whoever decided to take their time out to watch this video. This is an American white citizen that we're talking about, and who happens to be a very smart and intelligent white American citizen as well, because and the reason I keep calling him an upstanding citizen, this man also served his country in the United States Marine Corps too. Let's keep that in mind. So before any of you if you are a racist white person that happen to see these videos, just keep that in mind before you decide to throw Mr. Jesse Dollemore up under the bus, okay? Because, and back to Mrs. Candice Owens, okay? You know it's bad when you have, when it takes another white person who's not racist to actually tell you about yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because I guarantee that all these people that the majority of the white people that she knew that was going to, or thought that was going to watch this crappy ass video that she called herself making a statement in, which, like I said, was complete fucking garbage. Excuse my French, people, but that's just the way I feel right now, because it was complete garbage. You know it was garbage because there's also another non-racist, upstanding white American citizen who's continuing to tell this woman about herself. And so this is just one of the people that didn't feed, this is one of the white people that I'm proud to say that didn't actually feed into her bullshit, if you will. You dig what I'm saying, my good people? Think about that. I mean, damn, man, you talking about a damn sellout. Jeez. Not only is she the queen of cooning, she's definitely the queen of sellouts as well. You dig what I'm saying? Along with plenty more other people of color that are sellouts as well, that exist right along with her sorry ass. You dig what I'm saying, my people? So all that stuff that you're talking about, Candice Owens, it means nothing to the black community that is not going to continue to listen to your bullshit and continue to let you just throw your own kind up under the bus. Because at the end of the day, Mrs. Candice Owens, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, you're still a black person. I wouldn't give a damn how much you whitewash and sugarcoat your own existence. Which is why, how dare you throw the black community up under the bus that once held your black ass up when you really needed them, when you were being discriminated against as well. And with that being said, as soon as one of these white supremacists who you're selling out for decides they've used your dumb ass up, you dig what I'm saying, and this, or happens to get pissed off or mad at you about something, don't run back to the NAACP or any person of color, because they are not going to want to deal with your sellout ass. You dig what I'm saying? Think about that, Mrs. Candice Owens. Since you want to try to justify what it really means to be a black person, fuck out of here. Because when I really think about it, my good people, she kind of puts you in the mind of Gayle King. And the reason I'm comparing her to Gayle King is this. Think about this. She's another person of color that actually happens to have thrown another person of color under the damn bus, even after this man's death. Just like Gayle King did Kobe. Which is why she got her ass roasted by the black community as well for doing this exact same thing that this coconut jigaboo frog looking ass, you know what, I'm not even gonna go there with her, but you guys can finish that sentence any way you want. Anyway, my people, with that being said, let me continue to let Mr. Dollemore continue to give this coconut jigaboo a damn reality check from the real upstanding white man's perspective. You dig? Because when it's all said and done, when it comes to Mr. Dollemore, I'm saying this as a black person, a person of color, if you will. When it comes to people like Mr. Dollemore, we need more upstanding white American citizens like him, because if we had more upstanding white American citizens like him, believe me, America would be a hell of a lot more better place than it is today, because that just lets you know that these white supremacists outnumber these upstanding white American citizens that I have the utmost respect for when it comes to Mr. Jesse Dollemore. You dig? Because you know it's really bad when you coon so much to the point to where you piss off, you know, the real upstanding white American citizens to the point to where they even decide to give your black ass a reality check, Mrs. Candice Owens.
And for her to want to focus on George Floyd and his past, the murdered George Floyd, and then say, well, we don't need to talk about the cop, Derek Chauvin. We don't need to talk about him because he's been arrested. He's being treated like the devil that he is. The reason he's being treated like the devil that he is, Candice Owens, is because of the justified outrage and protest that was demonstrated all across this country. If not for that, it would likely go down like every other case we've seen, where the cops get away with literal murder.
And that's exactly right. Did you hear that, Mrs. Coon Owens? Did you hear this white man actually telling you some shit that a black person should have been told, your sellout ass? You dig what I'm saying? Since you want to throw everybody who wants to protest under the bus, I wouldn't give a damn how they were protesting. A protest is a protest to me, because I feel like this. There are no damn rules when it comes to protesting. Because the reason I say that is because of this. The reason there are not any rules when it comes to protesting is because they are not holding up their end of the law-abiding citizens' contract. So why in the hell should the citizens? You dig? Think about that. Mrs. Candice Owens, with your sellout ass. And that's why I wouldn't give a damn what you said. Everybody knows that you're continuing to throw your own people under the bus because of that bag that these white supremacists that you work for are giving you. But guess what? Like they say, karma's a bitch. Make sure you keep that in mind when these white supremacists get tired of your coon ass and decide to throw your ass under the bus. Mrs. Sellout Owens, until that happens, until they do you just like I just mentioned, it's gonna actually, because I know for a fact that's actually what it's gonna take before you realize that they were pimping your ass like a prostitute. You dig what I'm saying? Because everybody knows when it comes to being a prostitute, when it comes to prostitutes, that a prostitute will let you have their way with them or will do anything that you ask of them as long as you have the money that they require you pay them. That's exactly what you are. You are a sellout ass prostitute for these white supremacists because you do whatever they tell you to do as long as they pay your ass. That's why you've been letting these people, you know what I'm saying, pimp your ass the way they've been doing for God knows how long. You dig what I'm saying? Continue to pimp your little hoe ass out until they can't pimp your ass out anymore. In other words, they're gonna continue to use your ass up until they can't use your prostitute sellout ass anymore. You dig? Now, with that being said, let me continue to let a real white American citizen continue to tell your little sellout ass what he really thinks about your little white supremacist prostitute ass. You dig? Because as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing that you can say that justified the way that you threw this man up under the bus after he was killed by these damn racist ass cops, okay? I wouldn't give a damn if he was a criminal or not. You understand what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here with that. I don't give a damn if he was a criminal. I mean, nobody's perfect, Mrs. Owens, Mrs. Coon Owens. See, you're the type that prance around and think that you're so perfect because these white supremacists that your dumbass work for, you know, then sent your ass out to the point to where you actually think that you're better than the average black person or person of color, which is exactly how white supremacists think. You actually believe that you are on their same level. You're actually trying to put yourself on their level when at the end of the day, even after you decide to let them pimp your ass out, when you go home at the end of the day, guess what? They go home and be like, yeah, we got that, you know, NIGGA in check. You dig? See, they go home with the notion like that because, see, guess what? At the end of the day, that's exactly what you are to these white supremacists that you then sold out your own people for. So I wouldn't give a damn how you go on Facebook Live and make these little garbage ass videos. It still doesn't justify none of that dumbass shit that you talking about. You dig what I'm saying? And once again, I wouldn't give a damn what George Floyd did in his past. I wouldn't give a damn. You understand what I'm saying? Because when it all boils down to, it's the principle of how this man lost his life to a white supremacist, racist ass cop. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm tired. I'm just sick and tired of seeing all these damn racist ass sellouts, especially when it comes to a lot of you celebrities. but I'm not going to call out any of your names. You know who exactly you are. I'm sick of it. And I think it's about time that somebody called all you hoes out. Especially you sellout ass celebrities that want to try to flip this shit just to try to continue to keep the establishment going that pays your ass. You dig what I'm saying? About time to put all you hoes on blast. Because I ain't buying none of that shit because of your celebrity status. Fuck out of here. Now, with that being said, my good people, I'm about to continue to let and help Mr. Dollemore continue to tell it like it is as he proceeds and continue to flame your ass.
Think about this, sitting out there, America and the world. How many cases can you think of right off the top of your head where a cop was convicted? I can think of one. Walter Scott. And only because there was video evidence. Only because there was video evidence. Even in the case of Ahmaud Arbery. Because there's video evidence, this former cop and vigilante, gun nut, racist, is being convicted. Is being tried at the very least. Come on. So she only wants to focus for 18 minutes on George Floyd, but we don't need to talk about the white guy who did the killing, because that would dismantle the white supremacy system in the United States, and it would destroy her narrative that it's the black people, her black community, is the one that needs the finger pointed at it. They're the one who's done the wrong.
Now, with that being said, Mrs. Coon Owens, it's because of people like you is the reason why, we will never, rise as a whole like we're supposed to when it comes to our dignity and culture as black or people of color, however you want to call it, because it's people like you are content. This just by listening to how you talk sometimes lets me know that you are content with continuing to be a slave for these damn white supremacists that you so very much, try to, speak up for and protect for some odd reason. Also, with that being said, Mrs. Coon Owens, make sure you remember this too. Whenever your good graces runs out with these white supremacists that you love so much, just remember, I can almost guarantee you when it comes to your community behind all of this that you are doing, you will be rejected. I can almost guarantee you that. Anyway, my good people, back to the roast of Coon Owens. You dig? As I continue to let, like I said, a non-racist white American really tell her how, big of a sellout she really is to her own people. It's sad when it takes another white man to tell someone of color how big of a sellout they are to their own people. You dig what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm about to let you guys continue to listen to this damn coonery ass speech that she calls herself giving, and I don't know who the hell she thinks she's uplifting, because she can't be she gotta only be. I would hope that she wouldn't think that she's uplifting what she would call upstanding blacks. You understand what I'm saying, my good people? Anyway, I'm about to let you guys continue to listen to her give this coonery ass speech as she continues to dig herself a deeper hole when it comes to her own kind. You dig what I'm saying, my people?
Did he deserve to die in that manner? No. I can't say it enough. No, he didn't deserve to die in that manner. But I will be damned if the rest of us upstanding black citizens have to suffer because of this incident that rarely ever happens in America. So here are some numbers for you people that are still believing that police brutality is a real, racially motivated police brutality is a real thing. First and foremost, okay, you have a 25% higher chance as a violent white criminal of dying at the hands of a police officer than you do as a black criminal. Last year, a total of 9 unarmed black men were killed by police officers, and 19 white men were killed by police officers. For those of you that aren't good at mathematics, right, you might be thinking, oh, but Candice, white people represent 60% of the population, and black people represent just 13% of the population. It doesn't matter what percentage of the population you represent. It matters what percentage of the violent criminal community you represent. And unfortunately, black community commits a disproportionate amount of crimes compared to the white community.
Now, with all that coonery ass gibberish she just got through spitting, talking about, unless you're not good with mathematics, now I'm about to let you guys hear how Mr. Dollemore is about to prove that she's not no damn good at mathematics as he continues to rip her ass apart like any other person of color would, except for he's actually a white guy, which is why I said he has all the respect in the world for me. Like I said, we need more white people like him in America today, because if we had more white people, upstanding white citizens like Mr. Dollemore, believe me, America would be a way more better place than it already is. And you know, we would be even more united than ever, which is what they don't want. That's why I can't believe that these people continue to go or continue to actually live by the saying, united we stand, divided we fall. The fuck out of here. Anyway, with that being said, my good people, I'm about to let you guys see how Mr. Dollemore proves that she's not good with math. You dig?
Where to begin? Rarely ever happens in this country. It rarely ever happens. Apparently, she's not heard the news about George Floyd that we're currently talking about, or Breonna Taylor, Philando Castile, Eric Garner, Walter Scott, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Freddie Gray, Botham Jean, or the aforementioned Ahmaud Arbery, who was hunted down by vigilante psychos and murdered, summarily executed, while they stood over his dead body using racial epithets, which is just now being reported. This hardly ever happens. Then why can we rattle off name after name after name after name? Alton Sterling. There's another one. Why? Why is that the case? If it so rarely happens. Notice there, no citation for her source. She's just rambling numbers. I'm not going to do that, though. We're going to look at numbers. The Washington Post has been tracking police shootings in the United States for many years. Not just the shootings of black men or unarmed black men, but shootings all across the country.
Now, my good people, before I finish letting you guys hear how Mr. Dollemore is going to continue to prove and just completely destroy every damn thing that, you know, she said, I just want to say this. See, when it comes to people like Mrs. Owens, it's not a surprise to me that people like her exist, for the simple fact of that, you know, when it comes to, or should I say, when it comes to this type of topic, when you have people like her that exist, and believe me, there's a lot of them like her that do. Reason it's not that big of a surprise to me is because you got people that will sell their damn souls for a damn bag. So what makes you think they won't sell out their own people for one? Think about that, people. You dig what I'm saying?
Black Americans are killed at a much higher rate than white Americans. Although half of the people shot and killed by police are white, Black Americans are shot at a disproportionate rate. They account for less than 13% of the U.S. population, roughly 6% for men, but are killed by police at more than twice the rate of white Americans. Hispanic Americans are also killed by police at a disproportionate rate. Now, I wonder why that would be. Is it because our system is set up by white men? A white supremacist system that needs to be dismantled and rearranged? Yes, that is why. Black men are more likely to be fatally shot while unarmed, Candice Owens. Compared to their numbers in the overall population, an unarmed black man is about 4 times more likely to be killed by police than an unarmed white man. Unarmed. Look at those numbers. 4.9 unarmed black men per 1 million are shot and killed by armed agents of the state, while 1.1 white men are killed per 1 million.
Now, my good people, with that being said, Mrs. Coon Owens, the statistics don't lie. You know, since you're supposed to be so damn good at mathematics, looks like to me you need to go back and do your damn homework. Because everything that this white man is telling you is the damn truth. You dig? And there is no disputing the truth, Mrs. Coon Owens. You dig? So it seems like to me you can't brainwash people who went back and did their research. You dig? So whatever damn little la-la fantasy land that you're living in, that you're getting your statistics from, I hate to break it to you, miss, but they're dead wrong. Whoever's feeding you this garbage that you claim supposed to be so correct when it's really not, I hated to be the one to break it to you, Mrs. Coon Owens.
Is because our system is set up by white men, a white supremacist system that needs to be dismantled and rearranged? Yes, that is why. Black men are more likely to be fatally shot while unarmed, Candice Owens. Compared to their numbers in the overall population, an unarmed black man is about 4 times more likely to be killed by police than an unarmed white man. Unarmed. Look at those numbers. 4.9 unarmed black men per 1 million are shot and killed by armed agents of the state, while 1.1 white men are killed per 1 million.
Now, Mrs. Coon Owens, since you're so damn smart, I challenge you, I dare your dumb ass to go back and do the exact same research that this white man is telling you that is actually true, because I've also did my research on these numbers, even though I've been knew this. That's why for you to say something that damn stupid about somebody knowing mathematics, he's proving that you don't know a damn thing when it comes to mathematics. In other words, he's also proven to you that your mathematics is the math that's completely off. You dig? So with that being said, my people, if you are somebody that's actually supporting this coconut jigaboo, you need to stop, because she's feeding you a bunch of bullshit, okay? Just know that. You dig? And once again, to my people who rock with that boy Lamont that way Jones, please excuse my vernacular, my French. I'm just speaking this way because I'm just so heated that this woman would actually have the nerve to fix her mouth to try to say that somebody don't know mathematics, to whoever who calls themselves or tries to debunk all this BS that she's feeding her followers, okay? So with that being said, my good people, I just wanted to, put that out there. You gotta excuse my French on this one because I cannot believe this woman.
It is absurd. And then she says, the black community, and here, look, this right here is the evidence, if you were waiting for it, the hard evidence of her being a white supremacist. The black community commits a disproportionate amount of crimes compared to the white community. AKA, black people are just more criminally inclined than whites. White people aren't as criminally inclined. White people are better than black people. It's inherent. That's what she's saying. How is that not a white supremacist attitude? How is that not an attitude shared by racists all across the country?
Yeah, Mrs. Coon Owens, that's right. So guess what? That little weak-ass speech you gave, guess what? It just got completely destroyed because nobody is buying that BS that you're continuing to put out on social media. So you might as well just give it a damn rest, okay? Because you're not fooling any damn body else but your damn self, okay?
That's what she's saying. How is that not a white supremacist attitude? How is that not an attitude shared by racists all across the country? By Stephen Miller and Donald Trump in the White House. By former Chief Policy Advisor Steve Bannon. By Richard Spencer. By David Duke. Those are the same things they would say. Candice Owens, you're doing their work for them. You're carrying water for white supremacists. At the very least, if you're not, by some chance, a white supremacist, you're sure doing a lot of heavy lifting for white supremacists.
So with that being said, my good people, back to Mrs. Coon Owens. Hey, Mrs. Coon Owens. Yeah, that's right. You're getting called out on your BS by a white man, okay? Just remember that. And also, with that being said, you might as well, you might as well go and pretty much buy you one of those white masks that they sell at these costume stores, or better yet, just you have the money. The white supremacists, I'm sure they're giving you a huge bag for you humiliating yourself, when it comes to your own kind. Hell, just go tell them, hey, I would like to have a white costume made that I can put over my face and for it to stay there forever, for the rest of your life. You might as well do that because guess what? If you ever, whenever these people decide to throw your ass in the trash, like they're eventually going to do, your own kind is not going to want to deal with your ass, period, anyway. So I would advise you might as well go ahead and try to figure out a way to turn yourself into a white person with all that money that they're giving you right now, because that'll be the best investment that you could make with the money that they're paying you right now. You dig? Believe me, you can do it. The Wayans brothers proved that you can do it on the movie they made called White Girls. You dig? Now, with that being said, back to the Ryu Street Fighter Hadouken flaming session. You dig? After she humiliates herself once again with this garbage ass speech she's about to give right here, my good people.
You want to know the best way to avoid not being brutalized brutalized by a police officer is to limit the amount of encounters you need to have with them, especially when it comes to violent crimes. Okay? I am not going to stand for this continual bottom-feeding narrative of us martyring people that have had 5, 6, 7 stints in prison and then pretending they were upstanding heroes to our community. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Excuse my language. It's absolute bullshit, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of having to play pretend. I'm tired of sitting here and being called a coon or an Uncle Tom because I won't play this bottom-feeding game with you. If you want to hang up posters of criminals on your wall and talk about them as your martyrs, do it. Do it. You can do it.
You can do it. You can do it. Look, no one is saying that. This is a straw man bullshit argument. Ooh, excuse my language.
Oh my God. You know, I think it's a damn shame when you see a white man having fun correcting your coon ass. You know, I think it's really sad when you coon that hard to the point to where white men, the people who you trying so best to be like, okay, when, you know, I think it's a damn shame. And how can I put this? In other words, what I mean by damn shame on your end, okay? I think it's a damn shame, man, when these same people not calling Mr. Dollemore racist because he's not. I'm just saying, don't forget, Miss Owens, he's the same color of the people that you're trying to please that are racist. You dig what I'm saying? And it's sad when another white person has this much fun proving your super sellout ass wrong. You dig?
I wouldn't want to offend my Prager University audience. My white nationalist Christian audience with their white American version of Christianity. Oops, bullshit. And let me say, it is, on its face, abhorrent to say, you know what, the best way to not be brutalized by armed agents of the state who have a penchant for murdering black people? Don't interact with them. The problem isn't that they're killing people at disproportionate rates to that of whites. It's not that they're brutalizing. She's admitting that they're brutalizing people. That's not the problem. The problem is with the black people. The crime, the usurpation of rights, isn't the problem. It's, if you'd only complied, if you'd only followed orders, you wouldn't have been murdered. Was that the case with George Floyd? Because he seemed like he was following orders to me. He seemed like he was complying to me. Philando Castile, remember, announces he's got a concealed carry weapon and accompanied by a concealed carry permit. Murdered. Summarily executed in his car. If you'd only complied, that's the way to not get brutalized. Let me tell you something, Candy. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to think, am I going to be murdered today when I drive to the grocery store? Am I going to be brutalized by armed agents of the state because they're afraid of my skin color? Because these highly armed, highly trained professionals fear the canvas that covers my body? No, because my color isn't weaponized against the cops. They're not so petrified with fear, afraid for their lives. Because I'm white. And I look like the power structure. I look like the white supremacist power structure. I have that privilege. It is disgusting for you, Candice Owens, to carry water for racists. And look, if you're not buying it yet that she is carrying water for racists, that she has this internalized white supremacy running through her, listen to this final clip.
What do you think the perception of us, by the way, is on the outside? You ever look at the comments? You ever go into like an anonymous blog and see what people say? Oh, just black people being black people. I see those racist comments. Oh, just black people got to riot. Black people got to be black people. You know how they are. Oh, just black people being ignorant. That is the perception. When people get to be anonymous and talk about us, that's what they think about us, right? They think that we are the kind of people that will forever uphold criminals as the martyrs of our society, that we will never take account for the things that we do wrong, right? That we don't have it within us to educate ourselves to get ahead. And that for those of us that actually do it, well, we get called coons, right? You got Condoleezza Rice, she's a coon. Larry Elder, he's a coon. Dr. Ben Carson, brain surgeon, first ever to perform the surgery of splitting twins that are connected by the head. He's a coon, right? What a loser he is. What a stupid guy he is. Kanye West says he's not going to be told to do it because of the color of his skin. He's a coon. He's lost. He's in the sunken place. The sunken place. That's where we all are, right? Because we demand more and we will get more out of this society because we're going to get ahead, right? That's what's going to happen. We're going to get ahead. Black conservatives get ahead because we don't subscribe to this narrative. Because you're not going to catch me outside trying to grab a TV pretending that it's because a martyr named George Floyd got killed. Okay?
Black conservatives get ahead because they hold up the narrative of white supremacy. They work in service to the power structure. Candice Owens, they're not getting ahead because we're not going to take it anymore. They're taking it, all right. And as far as Ben Carson and Kanye West and Larry Elder, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Ben Carson, listen. There's a difference between being talented like Kanye, talented like Ben Carson. Even Larry Elder is a talented man. There's a difference between that and selling out the truth to serve at the behest of a white supremacist president. There's also a difference between being well-trained and being a world-class neurosurgeon and being a dummy who thinks that the pyramids were built to store grain, like Ben Carson thinks.
Hey, see, with this clown, Mrs. Coon Owens doesn't know, is failing to realize either that or she's just in plain denial. All these people that she named, they are sellouts, especially Kanye West. Out of all people, you're going to use him for a damn example? Somebody who's been sold their damn souls, just like you have. Get the fuck out of here, really? Anyway, with that being said, Mr. Dollemore, get him.
As far as Kanye West, I mean, come on. He, again, just like you, Candice Owens, is carrying a lot of water, carrying a lot of weight, doing a lot of work, wearing a MAGA hat, the new symbol of white supremacy. And then the last comment, disgusting, that I'm not going to go out there and loot a TV. Candice Owens, I hate to be the white face to break it to you. White people loot too. White people this past weekend looted. It is not a black crime. It's not reserved for black people. There is a criminal element among humanity. All of humanity, you knucklehead. There's no more a criminal inclination among black people than there is white people. And for you to repeat that and hold that up, all you do is give all of the white commenters on this video who are so proud of you for standing up to the truth. All you are is a tool of white supremacy. And I, for one, just like you not standing for this and that, I won't stand for that. I'm not going to allow your lies to go unimpeded, unchallenged. You're a vile white supremacist, and you should repent. quietly, in your quiet place, when you're alone, at night, pray to whatever God it is that you serve, and ask for forgiveness for the damage that you've done, for the legitimacy that you've offered unto your false idol of racism and white supremacy.
Yeah, that's right, Mrs. Coon Owens. So you can mess me with that bullshit, okay? And with this weak ass, garbage ass speech like blacks are the only ones that's looting, okay? Quit acting like black people are the only ones that commit crimes. Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me, really? Okay, since you feel that way, what about the white people that commit crimes as well? Just like Mr. Dollemore was trying to tell your ignorant ass, okay? What you got to say about them, Mrs. Owens? Mrs. Coon Owens? Now, with that being said, by the way, Mrs. Coon Owens, you can call these people looting what you want. Like Mr. Dollemore said, it's really not a crime. The only reason they're doing these type of things, what you fail to realize, people have been trapped in their damn houses through COVID-19, losing their damn jobs through this COVID-19 shit, haven't been able to work, can't damn near survive because of this damn pandemic. Are you forgetting that we're still going through a damn pandemic? Oops, my bad. You're so busy, sucking up to racist Mr. Whitey. He's giving you so much money. Ooh, I forgot. You wouldn't recognize or realize the people that are out here damn struggling, okay? That's what you fail to realize, Mrs. Coon Owens. You dig?
I don't know. It's going to take a lot of work from all of us to beat back these types of ideas that the simple-minded find so appealing. This is junk food, intellectual junk food. It goes down easy, feels real good when you're eating it. But it's really, it's geared toward a low-information audience. Right now, independent media voices like myself, look, you're not going to see this stuff on CNN, MSNBC, certainly not going to see it on Fox News. You'll see a lot of Candice Owens, but not a lot of me, not a lot of this type of reporting and commentary analysis. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Please consider it. Thank you very much. Be genuine and take care of one another.
Now, with all of that being said, my good people, before I close this out, I just want to leave you guys with these thoughts, this last little message, okay? And this message goes out as well to Mr. Coon Carson. Because he had the nerve to fix his stank mouth to say that we need to grow up and stop, crying about racism. Well, let me tell you something, Uncle Ben Coon Carson. Keep in mind, sir, your ancestors as well died and fought for this country as well, and were also slaves as well. They also took those whips on the back and helped build this country on their backs for your coon ass as well. Make sure you remember that, sir. Now, with that being said, Mrs. Coon Owens, I got one last message for you before I close this out. And I want you to make sure you remember this, okay? Whenever your good graces runs out with these white supremacists whose job you're doing for them, whenever your good graces runs out with these people and they decide to just completely do away with your ass before they decide to toss your ass to the side, like the trash that you are, just remember this. Nobody, and I mean nobody, when it comes to your own kind, is going to want to have anything to do with your ass. Period. I don't, on anything. I wouldn't give a damn what it is. You make sure you remember that. That's why I hope you're saving up some of that money that they are paying you to throw your own kind up under the bus. You just make sure you remember that, Mrs. Coon Owens, since you feel like you're such the perfect black person. Okay? Now, with that being said, you and Mr. Ben Coon Carson, y'all make sure y'all remember that y'all ancestors as well died for y'all's damn freedom. Okay? Just make sure y'all coon asses remember that. Now, with that being said, my good people, I just wanted to thank everybody who decided to stop and rock with that boy they call Lamont. That way, Jones, this way. You dig? And with that being said, may the Most High continue to bless you and all of your family members while you're out there on that paper chase, swimming with them sharks, trying to provide for your families during the rat race. You dig? With that being said, my good people, if you happen to like anything or any of my commentary on this video, just make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You dig? Anyway, my good people, till next time, my good people, peace. Peace out.